Fight or flight? Sadly, for many people, when it comes to public speaking and deliver presentations, whether it be at university or at work, many people take the flight option. They'll avoid the opportunity to get up, deliver a speech, and make a really positive impression on their lecturers, on their friends, or on their colleagues. In this video, I'll share with you some tips and advice so that you no longer have to take the flight choice. You instead can stand up and fight and deliver a wonderful presentation. So how do you take the fight rather than flight option? Well, here's some tips that you can use to help you with your next speech at university or at work that will help you become more confident. Firstly, prepare. Many people get apprehensive, get scared about the thought of standing up and delivering a speech to a room full of friends or to their colleagues because they haven't dedicated the appropriate amount of time to prepare. And preparation doesn't need to be in the order of days and weeks. It can be simply just hours, even minutes. It's just a case of knowing how to prepare. So knowing what your opening is going to be, what the key points you're going to cover in your speech are, and how you're going to conclude. Often that's enough to get you through. So my first piece of advice to anybody who is nervous, is apprehensive about delivering speeches, take the time to prepare and think about what it is you want to say in your speech. Second way that you can calm those pre-speech nerves is to get to the room where you'll be delivering the speech early. Get there so that you can firstly assess the room layout. Get yourself familiar with where you'll be speaking from. It's amazing the different perspective you get of a room when you're standing up where you'll be delivering the speech as opposed to sitting in the audience. Just by simply getting out there, standing in front of a room full of empty chairs can get you comfortable. It will help you reduce the nerves. It also gives you the opportunity to ensure that any technical glitches can be ironed out before everybody else arrives, so that if you need to set up your laptop set up, your presentation's ready to go, it's on the screen, ready for you to start delivering it when your audience arrives. So simply get to the room early, gives you an opportunity to make sure your setup's done before anybody arrives, and it also means that you, most importantly, can get comfortable in the area that you'll be delivering your speech from. The next way that you can reduce your nerves, and this is also a benefit of getting to the room early, is that as your audience arrives, you can meet and greet them. This will help you break down barriers and build a connection with your audience members as they arrive. This is crucial because it'll help you realize what your audience wants. They want to see you succeed. I'd like to challenge you with a question. When did you last sit through any speech, any presentation where you wanted to see the speaker struggle, be nervous, and really deliver a painful presentation for them and for you as an audience member? I bet you can't remember a time when you've wanted to see a speaker succeed. Maybe with the exception of a politician. Mostly people want to see speakers do well because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for the speaker, but more importantly, as an audience member, it's uncomfortable for the audience to sit there and see someone struggling in front of them. So use this goodwill to your advantage. So when it's your turn to stand up and deliver a speech, remember that your colleagues, your friends, your lecturers, whoever you're delivering a speech to wants to see you succeed so that you can do the best job that you can. So use that goodwill in your favor, meet and greet the audience, break down barriers, and realize that they want you to do well. Rehearsal. If you are not rehearsing your speeches, you are opening yourself up to the risk of failure, and you know it, and that's why you're nervous. So as part of your preparation, take the time to rehearse. Run through your presentation, run through what it is you want to say, even if it's only just in your head, just so you have a clear thought, a clear idea of what your ideas are going to be and how you're going to articulate them. If you're going to be using PowerPoint or any form of slides, run through and practice with those, because it's amazing how often those little glitches can throw a speaker in terms of having to make sure you advance a slide at a certain point as you're saying a particular sentence, or if you've got animation waiting for the timing of those to work their way onto the screen and show what it is you want them to show. So if you're going to use PowerPoint, definitely rehearse. Even if you're not going to use PowerPoint, take the time to practice even mentally your speech. Visualize yourself giving it so that you can deliver a confident speech on the day. My final piece of advice to help you eliminate those nerves and avoid that flight mechanism and instead go to fight is to know your opening line and know your closing lines. This gives you, there are two reasons for this. Firstly, knowing your opening line means that you can eliminate all of that pre-speech tension for thinking, okay, how am I going to start? How am I going to do this well? Because you know exactly how you're going to start. You're going to start your speech strongly, and you're going to start with power, and you know the words that will achieve that for you. So you can just launch straight into it. And once you've got through that opening line that you know down pat, you don't need to know the rest of your speech word for word. Often just the bullet points will help guide you through your speech to know what it is you want to say next and where you're heading to after that. So know your opening line, because that allows you to start strong and gets you momentum. Finally, know your conclusion, know your last words, because they're the words that your audience is going to have reverberating in their mind as they walk out of the room. And by knowing those, you've got a destination of where you want your speech to head to, so you don't have the concern and anxiety that you're just going to ramble aimlessly. You've got then a concise point to head towards, and you can finish powerfully, finish strongly, and finish with enthusiasm so that your audience buys into your message, and you'll be confident as you start strong, finish strong, that you can guide them from start to finish. You can use these tips, the advice that we've shared in this video, so that you can prepare better speeches and deliver more confident speeches at university, at work, wherever you're expected to stand up and deliver a speech. You can now avoid that flight feeling and instead head towards fight. Have the confidence that you can stand up and deliver a great speech. Each of us has the power within us to stand up and deliver wonderful speeches to any size audience. If you would like a free course or more advice and more tips on how you can improve your public speaking, then check out my website, www.publicspeakingskillsuniversity.com. There you'll find plenty of articles and advice that you can use at work or at family functions to deliver better speeches and deliver better presentations. Sign up for the free course while you're there. I look forward to seeing you at the university.